Max Fosh, welcome to Scrambled.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming.
What a fancy studio you guys have got. It's definitely not pitch Soho.
Obviously it's pitch Soho.
No, it was wonderful.
Max, the first time I realised that you played golf was seeing you at the BMW PGA.
Oh, really? That's the thing. The first time I realised that I couldn't play golf. That's one of the most nerve-wracking experiences of one's life. Suddenly, you just kind of feel like a pro. You're playing with a pro.
What year was this?
This would have been. I've played it 3 years now, so this was in 2022. I've played 22, 23, 24. Haven't yet had the invite to 25.
Ooh, okay. At the time of recording.
At the time of
That's quite
recording, and
crucial.
I think we're only about 8 weeks away from it
Getting
as well.
tight.
So it is starting to get squeaky bum time.
How did you get into golf? Because you obviously weren't just making. I mean, some people look like they are making
Some
their first
people
appearance.
really, a lot of the people who are playing from the sponsor's perspective. There's a lot of CEOs and CFOs who just bring kind of the arrogance of the boardroom into Wentworth, and it goes so badly.
Yeah.
I've always thought though, when there's like a program going on, because obviously these people playing aren't pros. It's like, do you hit people? Like, it's like, what if you hit I would do that.
There is a cut-off of an 18 handicapper. They basically say you're not allowed to play if you're worse than an 18 handicapper. But my word, they don't ask for any form of like
proof. Yeah.
And so I saw a guy with the world's best grandad swing hit a tree probably 40, 50 degrees from the tee. In front of, his playing partner, who I think was Matt Fitzpatrick. And so I guess you have a better idea about what the players genuinely feel about these pro-am days, because that's also they're also their practice day as well.
It is, but like they should have done the work. Somewhere like Wentworth, they know it, so they've played it loads and loads of times, and they can go all year round if they want. It's not like Augusta, for example, where they get a very small window to actually know the course. I think by and large, they actually enjoy it as long as the people are actually quite fun.
I think that tournament as well, compared to all the other ones, is known as like a more social event where all these people come and
they've got to get up for it. They'll wake up that morning going, okay, I know what's happening today. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So that's fine. I remember Ben Stokes, Joe Root, Joss Butler playing with Matt Fitzpatrick after they'd won the World Cup, but after they'd drawn the Ashes series. So they'd drawn the Ashes series and they are shouting 4 off every single tee. I mean, just carting it everywhere, every single time, 4, all 3 of them. And Billy Foster, Matt Fitzpatrick's caddy at the time, he eventually just got sick of it about 12 holes in.
Really?
And he just said, there's been more 4s today than there has in the entire Ashes series, which I thought was quite good.
That's
actually.
really good.
So yeah, it's always quite amusing. When did you get into golf though, Max?
So I first picked up a golf club when I was probably about 7.
Okay.
My dad was a sportsman. My dad was a professional cricketer. And so when I was younger, a lot of the time we just kind of tried sports and did sports. I was given golf clubs very early, and I got given a sand wedge when I was about 7. Okay. And we played at Duke's Meadows in Chiswick.
Yes.
Oh, the par 3.
Yeah, it is the place that every man
Goes
and
to
woman and child in London learns how to play golf, because it's just like the closest place there. So yeah, I learned at Duke's Meadows, and
where you cannot go around without a bag.
Yeah,
which I find mental when you're trying to get into golf.
oh yeah, I didn't know that. So you have to have a bag.
You have to have a bag. So you're there
can't
turning
turn
up
up
for
with
a par
5
3.
clubs and carry them around.
No, this is Chiswick.
Exactly.
Come on, let's be serious. And no, so I learned how to play golf there, and I also played a lot of cricket when I was younger, and so my swing then and still now is just kind of
very crickety.
It's a cover drive. It's right to left. I address the ball with my feet pointing over to the right hand side.
Yeah, nice.
And so when Bubba Watson suddenly was the hot man on tour, I was like, oh, someone who plays like me.
Yeah.
Just
You're left-handed.
I'm
you're
left-handed.
You're left-hander with the feet wide open.
Exactly.
Great.
So it's just
What could go
slinging
wrong?
it right to left, pretending that that's what you're trying to do, but it's just it just happens, unfortunately. because of lack of training. And so I've never really had any lessons.
Yeah.
And so I learned from a very young age. But it means that I'm a 15 handicapper.
Yeah.
But it means that like I meet mates of mine who started like during COVID, like 4 or 5 years ago, and they're now like a 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they really got into it as an adult. But I'm not a member of a club anywhere in
Are you
London.
not?
I'm not a member of a club anywhere.
Is there someone you'd like to be a member
I've
of?
been trying to get a member of Gerrard's Cross Golf Club for a long time.
Right.
Um,
What do you mean trying? I mean,
I've been on the wait list for 2.5 years. It's a
2.5 years.
It's a lovely club, but it's not a 2.5 year wait. I think it's a 1 in 1 out.
Can you not do a
kind of
little
job.
quid pro quo?
Oh, I tried. I went and played with the vice president, and during there was a group of like teenagers who were playing in the group of head, and I was on the tee box, and they were like, "Oh, Max, I get a picture." I was like, "I'm bloody."
It's
in it."
amazing.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
mean,
You sorted.
They'll
The
want
vice
me as a
president
member.
couldn't care less. He was like, "So what do you do then?" And I was like, "Oh god, that's the worst. That's the worst question."
Mention YouTube. And I'm like,
Yeah, what is that? So no, I've been trying to become a member of Gerrard's Cross for a long time. I essentially just scrounge off friends of mine who play at some brilliant clubs. The Buckinghamshire.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice,
I
isn't it?
scrounge a lot.
Yeah.
Although they have a limit of 6 times a year that a
guest can play.
guest can play.
The same guest.
The same
Or
guest.
yeah.
Are they keeping count there? Are they writing down?
Just like,
I think I reckon they are as
come with a
well.
little
That's the
fake
problem.
mustache
Yeah.
next time.
Fax mosh today.
Yeah.
So no, I kind of like I probably play a dozen times a year, and so I don't get any better.
But do you get much time? I mean, I know you're your own boss, effectively, but you're also not in the sense that you've got so much going on that you don't get any time.
No, in this I'll probably be able to play maybe once every 2 weeks, but that's why I've basically used the one bit of using of clout or any of my things that I do is just to tell the world that I play golf.
Yeah,
So that
nice.
I can be invited to golf events
Yeah, exactly,
and do
yeah.
golf things. So like I've played the BMW 3 times, which has been amazing, and it just one thing I found that's amazing is I went on tour recently, and if I had a spare day, I would just post my Instagram story. Is anyone a member of a club in Seattle?
Yeah.
And then
Would you get people messaging you?
yeah, and absolutely,
Really?
and like it's been the best way that I've made like mates who have watched the videos.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And the
That's so
first time I
nice.
ever did this was at Gerrard's Cross. So I got someone reached out about 5 years ago. Hi Max, watch the vids. I know you like golf. Let me know if you want to play. Come at Gerrard's Cross. I said absolutely. Now this is someone I've never met before, so I wanted just to make sure that I wasn't. You spent with golf 4.5 hours. You
Yeah.
wouldn't do that with someone on a date. That's
No.
insane. So I then messaged a friend. I was like, hey, do you want to come and play Gerrard's Cross? I've got a viewer who kind of wants. He's invited us down. He said, yeah. So I pulled into the car park and I called my friend Jack. In the background, I could hear. I was like, hello, mate. I'm just in the car park. Where are you? Oh, no. I thought it was tomorrow.
Oh no.
I'm doing the hoovering.
Oh no, he didn't live anywhere close.
no,
either.
an hour and a half away.
Oh, brilliant.
no.
So I just thought, right, okay. And so then I was staring at the barrel of spending 4.5 hours with someone I'd never met before, didn't know, hadn't
Because
got
also
any.
when you're playing with someone new for the first time, it's daunting.
Yeah.
When you've got someone that you know, if you make a crap shot, you just turn and laugh at them. But this is like, oh, this is really awkward.
Yeah, plays off 2 or 3.
Oh no.
Oh really?
But luckily, wonderful Jake Harvey is a lovely man, and I still do play with him.
Oh, that's
That's really nice.
He was lovely. So, I'm not a member of a course anyway, but I am just kind of scrounging off.
Well, if
people.
there are any clubs,
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly, yeah.
Somewhere in the West London area would like
Yeah.
to make me a member. Please do get in touch.
some good ones as well, by
yeah.
the way. Some really good
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, some really nice ones. I don't want to do any Johnny on fee nonsense. None of that. I know what you guys
we'll
have.
do a gig.
Yeah, I'll do a show in the clubhouse to the wrong demographic.
Yeah, to
My
the
au-
junior section.
Yeah, my audience is not normally 60-year-old men.
There's no in between. You're either a junior getting into it or a 6-year-old.
Yeah, exactly.
Woman.
Could be the first YouTuber to crack that demographic
Yeah.
properly.
Yeah.
It'd be very lucrative.
It
Very
could be.
lucrative.
Yeah.
Have you thought about at any of the BMW championships doing any of your video pranks?
I got reached out to by the R&A about a year and a half ago. They're like, hi Max, we've got the Open coming up. We'd love, if you've got any video ideas you'd love to do. And I kind of immediately, when I got the email, I thought, well, the R&A are not good.
Notoriously traditional.
Yeah. I don't think they've watched any of my videos, but I'll give them a go. So I responded and I was like, hi guys, sure, I've got some ideas if you can. Yeah, we're open to any ideas, all creative ideas. And I was like, I think it'd be a really fun idea if I snuck onto the golf course the night before and build sandcastles in the bunkers.
Yes.
Just let me do that, because it's a perfect kind of quote unquote prank. Because
Which Open would this have been for?
last year.
Oh, so
Troon.
Troon. Okay.
So I was like, it works perfectly, because it's, you know, I can do the sneaky things the night before. You can be in on it. There is no disruption to the players whatsoever. You get the groundsman out, they rake it over. There's lots of silliness of getting like the world's best sandcastle maker and like, building, just dragging in the bunker.
Yeah.
It would be great, right? And the Zoom just went silent. And they
It was
were
over Zoom as well.
It was
Oh,
over
no.
Zoom. It was over Zoom. And they just kind of said, oh no, we were kind of thinking like, what's in the bag?
Yeah.
I was like, unless there's a spade and bucket in my bag, it's not going to be very interesting. So
It's not the style.
no, I've never really had anything that I kind of think it doesn't quite fit.
No.
Because a lot of my stuff is all about kind of like slightly taking the mick out of the
Yeah.
establishment or prestige.
Yeah.
And golf is ripe for that. I snuck onto a golf course dressed as a bush at this golf course in LA. Yeah, it was a really exclusive course in LA, and I was there for a show, and I thought I'd love to play a hole, and so I got a 7-iron and bought a ghillie suit. And
Were you on your own?
I was on my own. No, we did, actually no. I did film it. I had a long lens guy, like, you know, about half a mile away in on the road, and I
so
sat in a
good.
bush. I sat in a bush in a ghillie suit until eventually there was like a break in play, and then I whipped it off, ran
Did
on,
it?
putted, and ran off.
That's
So.
amazing.
That's so
But
good.
no, if I've been invited by, you know, your BMWs, I'm not. I'm
You're not
doing
gonna
any. I'm
take
doing
the
anything to
piss.
not
Yeah.
Are
like.
they not expecting something like that? You know, to a point like, I don't know, something really naff, like an exploding golf ball or something. You know,
Yeah.
just something. Like,
Potentially, and
You should get one of those balls, the really loud ones.
oh, the really loud
The really
ones.
loud ones. So even if you do a crap shot and then you top it, it still makes this like.
yeah, piercing noise.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. If I'm playing
Yeah.
this year, I'll make sure to. I'll
Makes
make
you
sure
look
to
good
do
as well.
that. It makes
you
you.
should, like, got a good swing.
Yeah.
Not that you don't.
No, you haven't seen
Yeah.
it, to be
What are
fair.
you saying?
So no, I would love to do something. I mean, I still really want to do that kind of sandcastle in the bunkers idea, because I know that it would do really, really well online. I'm sure probably Liv would be interested in giving it a go. But
Yeah.
I want to do it at a major. Actually, a major's probably not. It's not that.
Do you think
like,
August or anytime soon?
yeah, it's not that
You know?
rational to think that I could do it at
I
a
mean,
major.
What do you think of the DP World Tour guys? Because you've seen some of their, because some
I'd
of
love
those
to do it on
stuff
DP.
is
They do really, really
brilliant.
well.
They do some fabulous.
The issue with it as well is that it kind of needs, like, I probably would tell somebody I could, but
Yeah.
the whole video hinges on the idea that I've done this sneakily, and I guess they won't like an idea that their course is easy to break onto.
Yeah.
Or I try to pitch it again for this year for the BMW, that, like, because I'm already playing, I already have an access all areas pass,
Yeah.
so I just turn up really early.
Yeah.
So I think that there is an opportunity. Again, any of the DP Tour events, let me do it.
Yeah.
I'd love to do it.
Yeah.
Build sandcastles in the bunker.
That'd be
Did
fun.
you see the one? What was it last year with Richard Mansell? They did.
That was amazing.
The fake pro-am
Josh
partner.
Peters.
Yeah, it was, wasn't
That
it?
was.
The Josh Peters did his fake pro-am one,
And he was
an-
like
he
the
was an arse.
worst
Oh, and he
pro
was-
am.
he was- yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he got to
okay.
the end, and Mansell was like, just take your shot, just go. Like, just,
Yeah, that was brilliant, wasn't it?
that was really
But
good.
DP is so good at all of that kind of stuff. It is a fantastic part of who's the person responsible for.
I don't know is the answer. I think there is a team of them who,
Yeah.
which is amazing to me in the sense that they were effectively a media team brought in just to kind of move players to a press conference
Yeah.
area and organise muppets like me asking questions. And actually now I mean, clearly there's something in the water there at Wentworth, because those guys are obviously sat in their office scratching their heads and going, oh, let's do this, let's do that. Incredible. Some of the ideas that they've done are great.
Yeah,
I saw
definitely.
the you'll know the guy, the lads guy, you know, who did that video years ago.
Oh yes, they had Thomas Gray.
That's it, Tom Gray.
He was the reporter.
Yeah, it's
I've
fantastic.
never seen this
HSBC.
one.
Oh, this is we
Really?
need to we need to
Good.
watch that one. If you've not seen it and you listening or watching to the pod, definitely go and search this out. It's so good. And he stood on the tee, and there's big names. This is a few years ago now, but it's like Dustin Johnson and Lee Westwood and all these guys. And and he's basically just getting the name wrong and
Oh,
sort of,
and
and then saying, "Oh,
No,
actually,
I have seen
can we just shake
this.
hands? Can we try it left-handed instead?" And all this brilliant, absolutely.
But there's
great.
two of the players are like talking in his ear. I can't remember which players it was.
Yeah,
but
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
right.
and
that
that
was
is
it.
actually really important to be part of the. I don't know whether they did this consciously, but as an audience perspective as well, that's a really important part because otherwise it shows that there are players who are finding this funny. It makes you
and a
part
part
of
of
the
it, yeah.
gang, the friendship group, rather than prank. You've
Yeah.
been pranked,
Yeah,
which is
that's
actually what I spend so long thinking about how not to do that.
And have to
Yeah.
still respect it, but
You don't want anyone's time to be completely ruined,
No.
but also for a split second for it to be a bit fun.
Yeah.
But I mean, like the random golf club as well, like Eric Anders Lang as well, has got a lot to answer for in that regard as well, because he for a long time has been doing golf content on YouTube, but making formats that people have then started to copy. I remember one of his team did living in a golf simulator until he got a hole in one, and that like living, and then Calix did it on a golf course.
Yeah.
And a few creators have
Yeah.
done it living in X until I do X,
like camping
and it's an absolutely it's like one of the most perfect titles because it immediately instills that there's time involved, instills the stakes. And I did it with living
bowling
in a
alley.
bowling alley until I got
Yeah.
a perfect game. And we're about to film next week living at a go-karting track until I beat the lap record. So
You've always got a few loopholes.
you've always got a loophole. Got to have fun loophole.
Got to find a loophole.
And so we're going to a place in Milton Keynes. And I don't know how long it's going to take me. But
Yeah, how long do you block out for that?
we normally like 72 hours. So
Okay.
we'll
Oh,
normally
really?
like have 3
Okay.
days. We'll book it out for
Yeah.
everything we've got it for from Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. until Thursday night at like 9 p.m.
Wow. Okay.
So it's
Does there come
it's
a
3
point,
days.
like with the bowling alley one? I mean, I'll be honest. I'm watching that. I'm thinking there is no way that it's going to happen. It's almost like getting a 147 at snooker. That isn't it?
Yeah.
It is so
Yeah.
impossible.
Yeah.
Was there a point where you're thinking we might have to just rethink this?
Yeah, and there is a little bit of that. There's a little bit of just pre-planning before the video, so okay, what am I gonna do if it doesn't work?
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
you do a little bit of testing just to make sure, okay, is it possible if you do it with a loophole or with a little bit of a hack? And I know that the audience kind of knows that that's kind of my brand at this point, that like doing something with just a little bit of a twist. So I mean, I'm just trying to think what you can do with that with golf, other than kind of have someone dressing up exactly as you, or remote control golf ball.
I was
or
that
something.
one. That one with that video, it pissed Rory McIlroy off.
Yeah. But I think that's I think that's an example of like I think that is you've been pranked.
Yeah.
Bro, where it slightly ruins but then you get more stakes, so the audience love it because it's like, oh, it's a genuine thing that is like,
Yeah.
it's affecting what's going on around
No,
it.
definitely.
I'd love to be able to train an animal to collect a ball and put it in the hole.
That would
That'd
be
be a
really
good one, wouldn't
cool.
it? Yeah, that would be really nice.
It'd
It'd be
have to be
also
like a
bloody
proper,
useful.
police dog or something.
Yeah.
Like attentive.
Because it is what's the rules state that's okay. So if you hit a tee shot,
it's an
It's an outside agency.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's it says in the
This
rule
is
book.
so what is it? What's the rule?
So the rule is so if you topped on a par 3, top your tee shot,
Yeah.
and a bird picked your ball up and dropped it 2 feet away.
Yeah.
It's fine. You
Because
tap it in for
there's
birdie.
no. It's a bit like
So
man-made
that's-
oil.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which is
Oh,
incredible.
we've got the cogs turning now.
and that is fine in any in the US Open, for example. That'd be fine. It's amazing, isn't it? I know.
It's really good.
So there was a guy who I used to play with. This is quite oldie worldy club up near Sheffield called Lindrick, and the guy I can say his name, Richard Hodgkinson. He had a dog called Hogan, named after Ben Hogan. And we were playing quite a serious 4-ball match one time, and his dog was so well behaved, proper golf dog, as in you were meant to have the dog on the lead on the course, but he just never had it on the lead.
No.
It was always just pottering around, never running and chasing birds, nothing like that. And me and this other guy were playing against him, and we had they had a 3-foot putt to halve the hole to take it up the 18th hole. And at this exact moment, this guy's sort of lining his putt up to take it all square up the last, and the dog ran on, picked the ball up in its mouth, toddled off. And he went, "Good boy, Hogan," and he trained it. So he said, "Well, that's given then, isn't it? I'm guessing that's given. You can't make us put it now." And that was it. Yeah, and we were fuming.
Oh
But yeah, it's true. Yeah, he said, "Good boy, Hogan." So he clearly clicked his fingers or something at this dog and done it.
That's
so it's possible,
amazing.
Max. There you go.
There you go. Well, if any players out there struggling in a major and he wants to hire my services, my Crow hole-in-one services, let me
You
know.
could be a caddy for a day.
Yeah.
That would be good.
That would be so good.
That would be so good.
Just going back to look, I know it's not all pro-ams and all that stuff, but you must have had some cool experiences playing in that.
Really, really cool experiences. I mean, speaking of like caddies, my dad was I got asked the first time, you get to bring a +1 as a caddy. I'm like, who am I going to bring? Obviously, I'll bring my dad. And that year I was with Victor Perez, and then my other pros were Vicky Drummond and Eve Muirhead, who won curling gold at the Olympics.
Yes, yeah.
The
She's a
curling
good
team.
player as well.
She's a really good player. And so I brought my dad along. He was my caddy, and he was the world's worst caddy. He just kind of forgot what he was meant to do.
He was there for the vibes. He didn't
was
care.
there for the vibes.
Yeah.
And the most embarrassingly, my dad he's a very charming man. But
Does he play golf?
He badly,
Okay.
he's kind of a 23 handicapper, but he
plays,
plays golf. He would start to he always gives people nicknames.
Okay.
So like,
such a good. I love
you
that
would
chat,
be
mate.
you'd be Grego within 5. You'd be Alster, Top Owl within 5 minutes. And so I was on the tee, and he was calling Victor Perez Victoire within 5 minutes.
Who was he?
He called Eve Muirhead Evo baby, and like it was a case of like I was surrounded by like world class athletes in their sport. 2 women who just won Olympic gold, Victor Perez who just won a Rolex event, and my dad giving them nicknames. And it was it was quite funny initially, and then I could tell that it was starting to rub people up the wrong way. So I had to have a quiet word and be like, "Dad, please shut up." Like, I know I know you're very excited and you're being very like enthusiastic, but this let's
I want to be
give
invited
it-
back
yeah,
next year.
just I want to be invited back. And so he didn't get the call up the next year.
Really?
Unfortunately,
he didn't get the
he
call.
didn't get the call
You
up.
were the one.
I got the call up.
Who did you take instead?
So then I've taken kind of various kind of friends of mine. And then last year I realised, I probably shouldn't be saying this in a public forum, but I realised that they say you can bring a caddy and then also a videographer if you need.
Oh, wow.
So then I called up my mate who loves golf, because he lived behind the reps, was like, right, you're just going to hold the phone and you're going to say you're my videographer. And he was like, yeah, absolutely. The footage I got back afterwards was
it
absolutely
awful?
crap.
Yeah, not usable.
No, not usable at all. But he was just kind of just wandering around, just kind of
Yeah,
like
and
just
it's all like all over the
yeah.
place.
all over the place. But yeah,
That's
so
so good.
any opportunity to get more friends to kind
Yeah.
of like come with. But
Who's one of the best person you played with?
so
would
I've
you say?
I've got so lucky. I played with Victor Perez first year, then Minwoo Lee the next
Wow.
year.
Oh,
Okay.
stop!
And then
'cause-
Shane
oh,
Lowry
wow, that's
last
so
year.
Oh, wow.
good.
So
Okay.
I've had 3 just
that's
absolute
amazing.
gems of players, and they were like Minwoo as well. We played. It was a kind of a YouTuber gang, so I played with
Yeah.
Cal Freezy and Seb Carmichael Brown,
Oh,
Seb on
sweet.
golf. And I think we got put together because Minwoo is obviously a bit of the social media guy, and so we had a great time. And like when he won the PGA, his first PGA tournament, I messaged him in the classic way, like, "Oh, well done, mate.
Yeah,
well, remember me?" You know.
Did he reply?
He replied about 2 days later. Like, you know, even if he just liked the message, I would have like been like, "That's
Yeah,
like,
he
fair
did
play."
it.
That's cool.
But he actually sent like a response back. He's like, "Oh, I see you're in like Australia at the moment on tour," and I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Enjoy. I miss
Oh, that's
home."
cool.
But no, he was. All 3 of them have been just
That's so cool.
so
That's
like
so
awesome.
good, isn't it?
And then in terms of YouTubers, who, in your opinion, do you think is the best YouTuber at golf?
Who is
That
the
isn't
best?
that isn't you
Like
know
a golfer first,
for,
and
yeah.
then, yeah. I was gonna say a guy called James Shortside who works with Manners.
Yes.
And
He's amazing, isn't he?
He's amazing, but he is an ex-pro.
Yeah.
And he's kind of now gone into the content world, but he's obviously very good. Of the YouTubers, I would probably say, I'm not going to count Seb in there as well,
Yeah,
because he's
'cause
also a
yeah.
bit of a golfer. Definitely Josh Peters. Josh
Really?
Peters he plays off about 3. He's very tall and he hits a
mile.
long ball, a very long ball. No, he's normally shooting 74, 75.
Oh, really? That's
so no,
good.
He's,
Oh my gosh.
He's very, very good. I'm just trying to think who the worst YouTuber golfer is, just to,
I didn't even
just to
ask that.
completely dump them in. I'll say Calyx. Just absolutely dreadful. How we got a hole in one is just I'm calling a flag on the play on that one. That's total lies. Total lies. He did.
Was it a duff shot or was it a
Calyx's hole in one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a duff shot.
Really?
It was a thin 7-iron that rolled from 100 yards.
It's amazing the amount of people that happens to, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It makes you a little bit sick.
Yeah.
Because all you
Would
need
you
because
feel
all you need to hit is
satisfied
the
with
line.
that?
You just need to
Yeah,
get the
you need
line
to
right.
Yeah.
Would you feel satisfied with that? With
Yes.
the shit hole
Yeah,
in
of
one?
course
Yes.
you would, yeah. Of course you would.
Really?
You'd have the ball on a little trophy on the
Yeah, and you
mantelpiece.
do that, and I get,
Yeah, what do you do? What's the etiquette with what do you do with a ball that you get a hole in one with? Because normally it then just sits on your office and you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I've kind of lost both of mine.
How many
Oh,
have you got?
both.
2.
Well, I had 3. One was on my own, so I don't count it.
No.
I don't count it. Either it was a genuine one, saw it go in, I was like, oh.
You're like, oh,
Wasn't-
well,
just on my
no
own.
one here now.
Any hole in ones?
No, I don't want
No.
I was close actually yesterday, to be fair.
Yeah.
But also, the thing with hole in one as well is you don't want to make a hole in one with a shit ball.
Yeah, I know.
Like you're playing. I don't want to name a brand, but
Yeah, well, Pinnacle, Top Flight. Yeah, sod it. Why not?
Kirkland.
Yeah,
And then you see it and you're
Kirkland
like,
would be a good one to have one with, though, wouldn't
that's
it?
annoying.
She'd go, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So good.
help me out.
So funny. They, yeah, I think mine was with a nicely neat line on a Pro V1. Yeah, but it's gone now.
Would
My
you
dad's probably put it in
rather?
his practice bag. or something.
Yeah.
Would you rather make an incredible eagle or albatross, or an awful hole in one?
Awful hole in one.
Awful hole in one. Yeah.
Every day of the week.
All right.
What is an awful hole in one?
Like you've topped the ball, it trickles down a hill, and it
But you've
goes
completed
in.
Yeah,
the hole
fine.
in one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not
brilliant.
satisfyingly.
You'd be pretty satisfied.
Yeah, I think you'd probably.
Yeah, I'm not
you'd
gonna say
start
no to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd start to like rethink it in your head that it was actually a
Yeah.
glorious 7-iron to 2 feet and then trickle.
A hole in one or 10 million views on a YouTube video.
Hole in one.
I keep going.
Yeah.
You really want that hole
You
in
I
really
one?
really want that
you
hole in
really
one.
want it.
And then like, some people argue like those challenges like living on a golf course until you get a hole in one. Some people say, oh, it's not a hole in one. It is.
Yeah, it is a hole in one.
It is a hole in one.
Okay, quick. Par 3.
Yeah.
Say you're at Duke's Meadows and you made a hole in one. Is that a hole in one?
Yes.
A
Yeah.
par 3 9-hole course.
Yes, because it's a properly marked out hole. There's a tee. There's a green with a flag and a cup. Yeah, it's a hole in one.
And I'm so shameless. I would almost argue that if I hit my first ball into the water, third off the tee, and I got
And
that
then you got a hole in one.
I would almost
you
still
said it was
count
a
that as
hole
a
in
hole in
one.
one.
Yeah.
Bryson did that at the Masters, but yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
And then you're, yeah, I get what you mean.
Because-
Because you have got a hole in one.
Yeah,
The whole.
I think
The
so.
ball's gone in the hole in.
I've not even
one.
holed out from like 50 yards yet, so I
You've
just
got a long way to go.
I've got so long to go that it's not gonna. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen anytime
You'll be
soon.
fine. If there's anything you could change about the game of golf, what would it be? I mean, look, there's a lot of
Oh, there's
lot of
a
real
lot.
estate to go out there, isn't there? But
There is a lot. I think obviously the kind of the obvious answer would be like snootiness, like I think there's been a huge change since COVID about like dress and
Yes.
people
Yeah.
now can kind of play golf in almost whatever they
Which is
want,
great, isn't
which
it?
is great.
Yeah.
I do think it is important that you still like you understand the kind of etiquette of golf and know when you're playing what is right and what's wrong. One thing I would change, and this drives people nuts, right? If you hit a ball into an area off the fairway, right, the rough, or you know where it's landed, and you go down there and you find a ball in that area, I think you should be allowed to keep playing with that ball.
Wait, I'm confused about what you mean.
So you don't take a penalty shot. Like, let's say you find a ball in the area that you're looking that isn't your ball.
I mean, I think people do that anyway.
I think you're good to go.
You just get, yeah.
I think the actual golfer here is absolutely livid.
I'm not
This
livid.
is just Shane, right? So
But that means. But then that's very ripe for
You
cheating,
would
isn't
hate
it?
to play golf
That
with
then brings cheats into it.
That does bring cheats into it. I will admit.
But no, I'm a breakfast ball, front 9 mulligan, second 9 mulligan. If you
Okay, you're starting to lose me here.
If you see your golf shot go, but you can't find it, but you know it's there and you're looking for it, you drop your ball, you don't take the penalty. You're like,
See, there's part of me, because it is annoying. The thing is, I'll say, no, this is ridiculous. And then I'll hit my ball into a little copse of trees going, it's fine, it's all short grass in there, going to find it. You walk down there, the ball is nowhere to be seen.
That's what I mean.
And there's a bloke who's just
Yeah.
played that hole and he's walking
yeah.
up. And you go, he's hit my ball there. Absolutely guaranteed, nailed on, he's played my ball. And I can't go up and ask him because he'll probably lamp me.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to have to skip this hole.
Yeah.
I hate that.
How do you feel because it's very rarely, it does sometimes happen on the fairway. You hit the ball, gun barrel straight, you walk down, and it's just not there.
Yeah.
It's just not there. And you're like, we all saw this.
But this is what I think. If you're playing socially, that's when you just go. We had this yesterday. When you might be.
I'm all right with this. I'm all right with this.
We literally just went. We know it went there. Just drop a ball there.
But in golf, you've obviously got your playing partners who you consult. So you'll say, "Is that a pitch mark? Can I repair it?" And they all go, "Yeah, that's fine." Or, "Oh, is this drop all right?" And they go, "Yeah, that drop's fine."
I do not
right?
play like this.
I was going to say, I didn't. You know, was that pitch mark all right? I don't think I've ever said that on my.
Yeah, true.
So I go, "Can I
That's
have a
true.
gimme?" They go, "No." I go, "Fuck you, I'm taking it." That's how I do.
That's true, actually. But I think that there should be, if your playing partners are all right with it,
Yeah.
that's fine.
I mean, you play with a
That's
lot
what I think.
higher standard of people. I
mean-
I'm not there like we're all 17 handicaps
No,
playing.
but
against each
there's
other.
got to be, it doesn't matter who you're playing with. Like for
Yeah.
me, if it was a 36 handicapper who'd hit one down the middle, and you get down there and you go, oh, somebody's a
Yeah.
dog run off the path and nick your ball.
My crow's back again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he smacks Fosh in the bloody trees.
The
Maybe.
trees.
Yeah, he's got something in for you. That's what it is. So yeah, I don't know really.
The other one
I'm
that
all
I
right
would
with all
have as
that.
well is the little dance that we all do on the green to not step on someone's line.
Yeah.
It's all suddenly ballerinas in the
Yeah.
Nutcracker. We just start like bounding over lines that don't exist.
And you go, "Oh, sorry, oh,"
Which
and then
doesn't
you
it doesn't
kinda
make
go,
it
yeah.
like I've actually seen so many videos online where like proof that pitch marks don't make a difference to your ball, and like
Yeah.
they'll
They'd
drop
stamp on
it
it,
and
yeah.
they go and stamp on it and they drop it again and it still rolls into the hole.
Yeah.
So I'm not too precious about someone standing in my line at
No.
all when it comes to
No,
the
I'm
green.
not.
I agree with that. I said just don't worry. Like
Yeah.
it's fine. That's
Yeah,
all right.
exactly. As
No,
long as
that's
you're
all
not
right.
doing it while you're putting and everything like that.
But then again, did you see the absolutely brutal the Tommy Fleetwood's 18th putt
Yeah.
at the Travellers? Was it the Travellers?
Yeah, it was Travellers.
And if you saw, he had it for a par to force playoff with Bradley, that ball hit something on the way and just dives
It
right.
did,
Went up,
It
yeah.
just dives right.
It
Yeah.
did. I remember years ago, somebody showed the slow mo. Do you remember when Tiger hold that long putt to get in the 18-hole playoff to win the US Open? He celebrates and goes absolutely mental. And then it's when he's like broken his leg basically, and he wins the playoff against Rocco Mediate. The putt he holds to get into that playoff, it's about 30 feet across the green, left to right, and that ball, somebody has amazingly filmed it in like ultra HD, and the ball is bumping around. It's like a pinball. It is honestly everywhere, and it just hoops in. And you think, oh my word, like that whole situation.
Yeah.
Had it caught the wrong bubble,
Yeah.
and there's an argument there, which we're not going to go into about. If you practice enough, you're going to get the more.
Yeah.
Harder you practice, lucky you get, and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But no, in that regard, I think you're going to get humps and bumps. You're playing on grass.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not artificial
Well,
surface.
they did a video recently, like the DP, or someone, I don't know, and they basically those putting devices where they roll down,
Or the stimp meter.
and they they literally just kept. They didn't change anything, and they did like 5 different balls, and they all ended up the exact different.
Yeah,
place.
it's true.
Like they were all different. That's just golf, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
just so.
putting is not a game of perfect. Ali needs to know this, mate.
All right, I take like 2 seconds, and I'm like, no, I'm impatient now. I want to hit the ball.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah, I'm like me lining up, and I know everyone's like, but me lining up for 2 minutes to then miss it anyway. I'd rather just miss it, having not taken my time, and just missed it. That's the way I see things. I'm a very unorthodox golfer. Like I'll look at my wedges, I'll look at my 58 degree, my 54, and I won't look at a thing. I'll just think whichever's closest, I'll just take that, and I play. Like,
that's good. Even I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa.
No, someone tried to explain loft to me the other day, and I was like, this isn't. I've already forgotten it.
Okay, now's not the time, is it?
Have you ever had any altercations on the golf course? Because people can get very, very touchy.
No, I've not hugely had any altercations. Probably the oddest kind of like I played naked golf. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I filmed a video with I spent 24 hours with nudists for a video.
I vaguely
Just
remember
nodded
this.
his head really
Yeah,
seriously.
Zach was there. So I spent 24 hours with nudists, and as part of it, I mean, it wasn't really. It was kind of like it was more mini.
Fully in the nude.
But I was fully naked. So I filmed a video. I'd be interested to see like what it's like to spend time with nudists. And my cameraman was also naked as well.
Really?
Is this video anywhere?
It's out on YouTube.
Can you see everything?
No, but side point, that was I obviously edited that video and had to go through frame by frame and pixelated everything that needs to be pixelated.
Oh my goodness.
But then when the video was up,
So good.
when the video was up, there was a comment, top comment was like, "Oh, lol, you missed a spot at 7:18."
No,
I was
you
like,
didn't.
"Oh, classic."
No,
I was
you
gonna
didn't.
say
No.
that. And then another minute later, "Oh, bro's missed a spot at 7:18, same timestamp." I was like, "No way." So I then pressed this timestamp, and it takes me to a section where I'm walking past a greenhouse.
Oh,
And I've blurred it, but
Reflection
reflected
in
in
the
the greenhouse window is everything on show,
oh,
baby.
no.
So I accidentally leaked my own nudes. And
Well, at least you have the control.
well, yeah, and then I had to decide because the video was absolutely flying. The
Take it
video-
down?
So I had to decide: do I A, take the video down, or B, YouTube have this like editor that you could edit things that really
Afterwards.
basically after it's
Yeah.
gone up, so that you can add a
So you
blur.
cut
in,
it
you can
out.
cut it
Yeah.
out.
Cut that tiny
no, I
bit.
added a blur.
You added the
So
blur.
I added a blur, but it takes about 4 hours
Yeah.
to process. So I had to decide whether I'm happy for my dingly danglies to be up on YouTube for an
Out and
extra
about.
4 hours, or take the video down. But it was doing really well, so I decided to keep the video up.
Nice.
So the video is still up, and yeah, I accidentally leaked my own news. But during that day, we played a little bit of naked golf. It was kind of a pitch and putt.
Was it
vibe.
cold?
No, it was the height of summer. I wish I could
Okay,
use
so
that as an
actually-
excuse. It was the height of summer, and I was just given, a rusty pitching wedge and,
How'd you
and a
play?
putter. Fine. It was,
yeah. It's not your primary concern.
No,
in
yeah.
that
There are already
situation,
so
I'd
many
imagine.
thoughts going on in your head about golf anyway, and then
Yeah.
you're like, I'm naked.
Yeah. And it wasn't, they were kept on saying, "Oh, it's fine. After 5 minutes, you gotta forget you're naked." That was not true.
No.
Forget you're naked.
No,
It's like when you go in
that's not
London, you
true.
go through Battersea Park, and they've got the naked cycle.
Oh yeah.
I go on those line bikes.
Yeah. To be fair, I wasn't too concerned about other people being naked. Like when after people being naked for a while, I was just like, oh, that's not too much of
Yeah.
an issue. And I'm sure they were probably thinking the same thing, but I was just so
I mean, yeah, I think that's.
So
yeah.
again, this hasn't been on the course, but this was basically in someone's back garden. So it's I didn't get any trouble.
Nudist beach, but.
Yeah, it's a nudist
golf.
beach.
Would you do it again?
Yeah, that's it's what I've been trying to pitch the R&A, actually. It's been it's actually on the Tuesday before the Open at
Yeah,
Port Rush.
exactly,
Is it's a 4-ball. Just 2-man. So we're giving it a go. We'll see whether it comes good.
Speaking of.
Oh yeah, why are you going with this one?
Well,
One of your opinions, because it's different for me, weeing on a golf course.
yeah.
Oh, that is a really good one.
What's everyone's sitch? Because I'm a woman, right?
Yeah.
You can tell.
Guess that.
Yeah. It's so much harder for me.
I think.
Still possible. Still
Still possible,
done?
but I've
Still done?
got to go. Well, only if I'm playing with people I know.
Yeah.
Like, say me and you to go up to next week to play, and it was just me and you. I go, oh, Max, hold on, I'm just going to go and squat in the bushes.
It's actually
not.
even worse if you. It's a good thing whether you announce it or not.
Yeah, right, but then you know
Because
I'm
if you
going to go do
announce it,
that.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then equally, I'm going to go in there, and
If you
then
don't,
what if
you
there's a
go,
gap
"Good
and
shot."
what if there's a gap and me make eye contact, and I just
And
yeah.
I know that it does make a big difference for the enjoyment of
Yeah,
it.
I know.
That's such a good question because I don't really know where I stand. If I see somebody do it,
Yeah.
I'm a bit like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
But then I've done it, and
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, great, yeah, I need this.
What the
you-
funny
would
thing
you-
is that everybody, or I always think, has to shake hands at the end of a round. So if I've ever played with somebody who I don't really know and I've seen them like having like a couple of pisses on the way around, I think, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to shake this guy's hand at the
Yeah,
end
you
of the round
hit
here.
him with a
Go
spike
like this.
from a
Go
slip.
like-
The
Yeah,
elbow,
yeah.
the elbow comes out. The COVID elbow's back out. Yeah.
We're not doing that. Are you like? Would you, if you need to go for a wee on the course, are you going into the bushes trying to hide, or are you just?
Yeah, you're not. But
Well,
Yeah.
you say that. I played with someone yesterday who I turn around, he's just there.
you try and go at least behind a trunk.
Yeah. Exactly.
But
Yeah,
then
no,
there's
this
often, but then there's
person
but then
didn't.
the issue often you have is that there are houses lining the course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then it's just a very performative act, just standing in front of someone's
Yes,
house.
exactly. Yeah.
Hit
Could probably
someone
get
on
arrested
on
for
their
that.
lawn. Yeah.
Does that happen in tournaments?
They all have the toilets around the outside, little porta cabins, the portaloo things, which is funny because sometimes you get. So there's a good story Richie Ramsey tells. He plays with Tiger at the Open. he was the British amateur champion at the time, and he gets drawn with Tiger, as the amateur champion always does. Always get drawn with somebody amazing, and he double bogeys the first hole, Richie Ramsey. So there's a bit of a wait on the second tee, and he's really annoyed with himself. So he gets his putter, and as he's walking off the green, absolutely slams it into this porter cabin. And he gets on the second tee, and he stood there, and he's fuming. And he stood on the tee for a couple of minutes. He thinks, "Where's Tiger?" And Tiger had been in the Portaloo that he just whacked with his putter, and he didn't speak to him for the entire way round. Which is really... Can you imagine that? You've just smashed a Portaloo that Tiger Woods is in. I mean, he's absolutely... I mean, shit himself doesn't really work in that thing. But he's absolutely... what the hell's going on here?
But you never see it on TV. I'm not saying the cameraman should be filming them going into Portaloo, but you never see these Portaloos.
No, they're strategically
placed.
Yeah, they are strategically placed. When I played at the BMW, they had a couple on the 7th. There's a few. And you do suddenly look around and be like, hold on, where's the player gone? Or where's...
I'll tell you what I really enjoyed. The lad at the Masters, that Jose Ballester, the Spanish lad.
Oh, yeah.
Who weed in Rays Creek.
Did he get told off for that?
Oh, big time.
Did
Yeah,
he?
big time. Yeah, he got a real dressing down for that. It's like, there are Portaloos everywhere, mate. If you're going to do it anywhere, don't do it in Rays Creek. It's like the most famous piece of...
So next to Hogan's Bridge.
Yeah, exactly. You've got all the bridges and all that right on Amen Corner, and he's just gone, straight in the water.
Yeah, I did see that. That must have been... That's him either having a bet with his mates.
Oh, yeah.
Down at the University of Alabama
wherever.
Or Tennessee,
yeah,
wherever
exactly.
he is.
See if you can have a wee in Rays Creek.
Yeah, exactly. I think that it's okay, but you need to be discreet.
Yes, definitely.
And I think you should be able to do it freely. That
Is
makes
it
it...
me or...
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, yeah,
who
it
play
does.
the game, I think everybody should be able to wheel on the course.
Very
There should just
true.
be a facility somewhere on the golf course, even if it's after 9 holes, because I know that it's expensive to do and all that. There should be something somewhere.
Are you an angry golfer at all?
No, I really don't like angry golfers.
Really?
I find it so tiresome.
Yeah.
There are no stakes here. I understand that it's frustrating, and I get that, like a little mutter, but it just it makes everybody else feel relatively awkward. Whilst you don't really know how to react. You can't really laugh at them because they're obviously angry.
Yeah.
And I understand that it is like angersome, but it just makes everybody else feel really uncomfortable who's playing with you. Because no one wants to be spending time with someone who's having a bad time.
No, exactly.
So even if you are having a crap time, I mean, maybe it's slightly different if you're playing in a competition. I've never played in a golf competition, so I don't really know. But I mean, there must have been, James, a few occasions like where, but you must revel it if your opponent is playing badly.
Oh yeah, hilarious. So I have been an angry golfer in the past. Absolutely.
Reformed.
But I think actually there is a level of perspective, isn't there, where you go, actually, I'm so desperate to be out on this golf course.
Yeah.
Why am I going to ruin it? Why am I, so actually, even in a competition or whatever. Yeah, and also, that ship has sailed. I'm not going to be a professional
Pro
player
golfer,
now.
yeah.
It's fine. I have a job. It's nice. I've got, I'm all right. I don't need to get so angry about it. So yeah, I think sometimes when you're playing in like just a full ball am thing, pro am, whatever it is, and somebody's throwing the club around and they're swearing, and you're going, come on now.
Yeah.
You
A little bit of fool, don't you?
Exactly.
What's your go-to phrase then if you were to get angry at yourself?
Oh gosh. I know. It's it's always piss and shit.
Is it?
Yeah. Or wowzers trousers. If that's both.
Wowzers trousers.
That's both good
and
or
the most Max
bad.
Fosh thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I think I said wowzers trousers to Shane Lowry this year.
Did you?
Because
he'd have laughed at that. He'd have gone, that's so English.
He we were on the pro. You can get your ball. You can get like a joker ball where the pro can take one of your shots, and it's always done on the par 5.
Okay.
Because
They just whack it down.
You normally can get there in 2.
Yeah.
And he put one like on a par 5 to about 10 foot. For eagle, and I just went, wow, those trousers. And initially he was going to hit my ball, and he looked like that was one of them. I was like, oh, Shane, here's a ball to take my shot, and he was like, I'm not playing with that shot.
Did he?
And he took a Strixon out of his bag. He's got a little 4-leaf clover on one, and used his ball, and then I just kept it for the rest of the round. And then I stupidly I think I then gave it to a friend of mine on a round because he lost his ball, and then he lost it because I forgot which one it was. and I didn't look for the shamrock or something. So yeah, I think Shane Lowry's ball is in the pond
going all right.
Duke's Meadows. And I can assure you, if divers find that was not Shane Lowry.
Wowzers trousers, that is the best.
It's a good one, actually.
I like Wowzers
Yeah.
trousers. I think you should put that into commentary.
Yeah, I think Wowzers trousers.
Yes,
yeah, why
let's
not?
see if you can
why
do
not?
it.
Hey, I've said worse.
That's your...
Yeah. Do you ever play the game of like trying to sneak words into
Yeah.
commentary?
Oh, 100% all the time.
Yeah,
all
that's
the time.
no fun.
Yeah, all the time. I've had some good ones. So, used to do freshly. Well, one of my mates, he used to give me little words. So, like, you know, tea cake or whatever. Can easily get stuff like that in. He once got me to say freshly baked blancmange in, and I was thinking, how am I going to do that? Because it's so random. So anyway, I managed to get it in that he was shaking over this pot like a freshly baked blancmange. There you go.
That's good.
Yeah. And a few people did kind of look and go, really?
What is that?
Really? What's
Yeah.
Okay? He's clearly having a bet.
Can
Clearly
you,
messing around.
can you give him a challenge of getting a phrase in for the Open?
Yeah, come on, give us one.
For the Open, I want you to say the word. Why would you say Wowzers trousers?
Wowzers trousers.
Wowzers
Wowzers
is
trousers.
a really good one.
We can get Wowzers trousers
We can
in.
get, yeah,
Yeah,
you can get
let's
Wowzers
do that.
trousers.
And it's got to be something. I think it's also got to be in the negative context. If he drains a putt, you can't go
Wowzers
Wowzers
trousers."
trousers
No.
from
Okay.
off the
So,
green.
so somebody
Yeah.
hits it into the gorse bush,
Yeah.
they make a double
Wowzers
bogey.
trousers,
Wowzers
that was
yeah,
trousers.
shocking.
like
Yeah,
two
that's
shots
nice.
out the bunker.
Yeah, you know what? I'm up for it.
Great.
Deal.
Yeah.
Absolutely done. Yeah,
Wowzers
perfect.
trousers.
Perfect.
I do just want to ask quickly as well. You went to Harrow.
Yes.
Yeah, so
That's
you-
what there was a golf course at the
Yes,
school.
Oh, is
there
there?
we go.
Yeah, there was a golf
Was it a
course.
9-hole, 18?
It was a 9-hole golf course. It was probably an extended pitch and putt.
Yeah.
So there was
Duke's Meadows.
Duke's
Yeah.
Meadows plus 20%.
Yeah.
So there were par fours.
Oh, wow,
But
okay.
they were all 270 yards.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So it was
Did you play a lot
unbelievable.
there?
Yeah. So
Really?
you meant that like that's where I got the bug for the first time. I mean, this is the least relatable bit of golf news and content ever. But at school, I would play a lot, and we would have because we were all boarded. So in the summer, after you did your homework, after homework time, you'd normally have about an hour and a half until
Yeah.
bed, and it would get dark at 10:30, so you'd always go down and play golf.
Yeah.
Late
So
at
cool.
night.
That is so
That is
cool.
amazing.
It was.
So I guess you're boarded.
Yeah, I
and then
boarded
you'd like
and-
have the time afterwards. Then you'd go
so
down
there
and
was
do
a
it.
golf club at school. Actually, no, that is the golf club that I am a member of.
Honorary because you're an
because
OH.
you're an OH. Yeah, because I went to the school, I am a member of the Harrow School Golf Club.
That's so good.
So if everybody wants around,
Sounds like
For
my sort
9
of
holes.
course. In terms of the chat, thanks so much.
Yeah,
problem
thank
at all.
you so much. And I hope
Appreciate
you
it.
get better at golf. What is it?
I need that. I need that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Wowzers trousers.
And I hope you get into the BMW Championship.
Connor, email me.